It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like hand on my heart.
All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This will be fielded at the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set up, 60 or. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the
Off the play fake, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, Charlie.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Denver has a 1st down on the 15.
Just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. That's complete to John Ross. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Go now. 70, Indy. Hey, lock it.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Coming right, this is Charles. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 10 Tucson. Mike. Check. Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Walker. Oh, what a juke into space. Accelerating, and off he goes. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 63 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. This is Charles. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Charles. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Five. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 52's the mic. Get it.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On second down now, it's Walker. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Set, ready. 60, orange. 53. Jet, jet. We own Greystone travel. Greystone travel. Shoot. Bravo. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. A first down carry for Barkley. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. Charles. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On 1st down, it's Charles again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. On second down, it's Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now the first carry for Bush. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give. This is Bush. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll hand it off to Bush. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. They begin the drive with Charles. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Here's Charles.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now a give, right side, Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Down, 70, Indy.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And Sanders now to return. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Set, ready. 60, orange. You want Leo. Check, 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 check. Dog guard. Slam, slam, slam.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go now.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Squeeze, get in there. Alert 3. Pilot, 64. Go.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. He got 29 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
53, Mike 53.
On second down now, it's Walker. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 20.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They run again with Walker. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Tyler Eifert there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a big run there by Charles. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On the run, it's Charles. And they'll get this down to the 10. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 4-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Leo.
On 2nd down, it's Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Come on, set. 15, line. 15 line. Look at me. Go now.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
You crazy, boy.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Lawrence. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This fielded at the 2. Kansas City touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
First down, Broncos.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Charles. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustment.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Man. Watch the eyes. Go.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Let's go. Slam.
Hard.
As they've done all day, they run with Charles. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Number 25. He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Watch out.
Now Jamal Charles on 3rd down. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 67 yards as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. On first down, Barkley. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Got it.
Check that. We don't like 52 right here.
On second down now, it's Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in an evenly contested AFC title game, that very likely was the kick that'll send them to the Super Bowl.
And that's why you and I are up in the booth. Can't even imagine the pressure he was under right there. I mean, that's a career definer. And he stepped up and calmly put it through the uprights.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, a Lombardi trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.